Okay, here we go. Carlmont clips Sequoia in Wild One. Scott stopped Tribe 16-7 tie for first in the district. You know, this was one of my favorite games. I got Athlete of the Week this game. One of the few linemen to ever win Athlete of the Week in the Bay Area. And it's all because I beat a bunch of fucking people up. There were 2 riots during this game. It doesn't really tell it all here in all this shit. Scott Skelett, little tiny fucker. This guy's like fucking 145 pounds, like 5'8", They still don't show, like most sports writers do, they don't show the guy who actually won the game, which is me. And it's because before the game, we had a riot. We had a riot at the end of the game, and Sequoia was our old, Redwood City was our old nemesis, and they entered our territory and started talking shit to our coach, Bud Sweet, and I took those fuckers down and beat them to the ground, threw them around by their face masks like they were like little rag dolls. And that's what they're really talking about, is that this Wild One was 2 riots in one game, both of them won by me. Actually, the entire the stands, everything, stadium poured out each time I started a riot, based upon Sequoia's behavior. They think they're still badasses because they've got even more Negroes now in Redwood City than they used to have. Okay. Let's show you just how sports writers write. An inoffensive season, which means that people like me on defense won the entire season. This is my final season in California. And they're showing pictures of tiny little fucking 40-pound Negroes and 140-pound Negroes, 140-pound white boys that occasionally get handed the ball and get slammed to the ground by me. Okay? Fuck them. Okay, let's see what else is up here. It's One Last Look at the Gridiron by Chris Starr. I think I already covered that. Titans, Briggs, Oberhelman, top picks. 54 players and honored in all SPL grid. The only reason I'm not on there is because I was in the fucking hospital. They moved the ball. No, they didn't. People like me. There's Steve Agnew. People like me are missing from this picture because I was preoccupied. And what they do on here is they give me an honorable mention. Instead of giving me all SPL, they only give me an honorable mention because I'm the one that had the best stats in the entire fucking league. Entire Silicon Valley, SPAL, South Peninsula League, which is everything below San Francisco. Fucking homos. My old question to all of you is, have you lived a life worthy of note? No. Guns, Briggs, running away with stats. No, he isn't. We fucked him up. Fuck you. You gonna get down there? You'll see we fucking fucked him up. Carlmont right there. You see it? Woodside, Carlmont. Woodsides were like Bing Crosby and the Folgers, etc. lived. So here we go. Little picture. Some little tiny boy carrying a ball. Because them sports writers always love them little queers. They just want to fucking fuck their ass and suck their cock so much. They don't like the big guys like me. Scott's Club Dons to finish seconds. That's the San Carlos Dons. That's where the Giannini family lived. I lived in Belmont. We had our high school together called Carlmont. Giannini bought out the Bank of America from John Ralston, who founded Belmont. Kevin Doyle, Tribune sports writer. Let me point this out right here. For most of you fuckers, like I pointed out to my great nephews, that I was by 1970 at the latest, was appearing weekly on the entire, for 5 million people in the Bay Area on a brand new medium called videotape. I pointed out a taped telecast of last night's Carlmont San Carlos game will be shown on cable TV channel 12 tomorrow night at 5 o'clock. I was one of the first football players in this country that was broadcast on Cablevision when the rest of you fuckers couldn't get 2,000 or 3,000 people into your stadium. I was to say varsity football team stays in first place. That obviously means us. Ken Bedford, who was like fucking, Ken Bedford was like 5'6" and weighed 140 pounds. One of the top Carlmont ball carriers shows his drive in a practice scrimmage in preparation for the Menlo Atherton game here tomorrow. And yet I'm 6'7" and weigh 280 pounds. This is how sports players, writers always do it. They always love little guys like them. They always prefer the little guys whose whole job is, okay, here we go. Sweet win for Scott's opener, Palo Alto. Just when it looked like Coverly High might never score a touchdown or get another first down, the Cougars broke loose and went 82 yards in two plays for a score. However, the play did little than relieve a few Cougar frustrations as Carlmont had already pretty well wrapped up the 14-8 victory for the SPO football opener for both schools at Coverly yesterday. And the person that won that game was me, 14-8. I still hold the best defensive record on this planet, which is less than 42 yards per game rushing from the offense, and also -8 yards from 0 to 5 with a pro front four on defense. I quit the game when I was still the best. My brother Charlie stayed on until his numbers got low. He was only like -1 yards from 0 to 5. Let's see what else the hell we got. Okay. Scott's still unbeaten. Don's down the Bears. Fuck you, Steve Locker. All you're going to do is not give me due credit. I haven't even looked for my name on this one. And it was all about defense. Fighting in any game, whether it's war or other, it's all about the defense. Your primary goal when you're fighting is to not take a single hit. That's what Jack Johnson and Muhammad Ali was all about. Let's see what this is. I'm going to end this here shortly. Because okay, here we go. Fifth victory for Carlmont. Kevin Doyle, Tribune sports writer. Carlmont High quarterback Mark Reich had his first serious test of the season last night. No, he didn't. That score is all based on me. It's all about defense. If you fuckers haven't learned throughout life, it's not about offensive moves. It's all about defensive moves. Here come the Scots. And this guy's actually wearing my number from the year before. Not doing a very good job of it. Look at the guy right here. He's standing up, looking to see which way the guy goes. And this guy has already lost because he's letting him go right towards this guy. You fucking morons that can't read football. You know, I've only watched 4 football games since I retired from football. 2 or 3 of them were at the request of friends of mine. And all I would say is, yeah, I see daylight in 4 or 5 places. That's when UT, Vince Young, won the national title. And a couple of other times was just because those homos wouldn't turn the goddamn TV off because they were busy scratching their balls and thinking about licking the nutsacks of guys like me. Now, anyway, I could go on. Somewhere down there they're going to mention me. But as it always is with we defensive linemen, we who actually win the game, we rarely get mentioned. And that's what this video is largely about, is that the people actually win the game, which is defense, not offense. Offense never wins the game. It's always defense, just like Muhammad Ali and Jack Johnson proved. It's always defense. And yet you fucking sports writing homos always focus on your Joe Namath, wear pantyhose wearing homo Yankee motherfuckers. You always focus on the fucking offense, which you can see right in this picture. This guy right here is not doing his job. He's supposed to be pushing this guy the other way. And instead, he's letting the offensive guy get tackled, which doesn't really talk about in this in the subtext. This loser is letting this guy tackle this guy because he's a homo offensive player that doesn't know what he's doing. Fuck y'all. You're a bunch of fucking homos.